There's two kinds of martial artists. There are those who subscribe to ideology, and there are those who subscribe to research. I'm a researcher. I'm not interested in something that worked 50 years ago. Okay? Yeah. What the heck I get this manual for? You don't be shooting this. I'm messing up. In the manual, I'm going to cover some mistakes that fighters make. I'm going to probably list 15 or 20 of them. Let me just read your list, and then I'll give you an idea why we're going to work on what we're going to work on, and then you can come up and tell me before my class if there's something specific you want to work on. Just real fast. Start number one. Too much hang time at the end of a punch or a kick. You guys remember, we worked on that last night. And everybody makes that mistake. Every fighter on the planet makes that mistake. One of my favorite times to nail somebody is let them come in and hit me, and then when you get ready to disengage, boom, pop them, because they've got bad clearing skills. I mentioned the other day when people come in to fight, when they get ready to back up, for some reason they always square up their shoulders before they go back. Look at my feet. A lot of amateur fighters, when they go back, they pull the front foot back first. That's a no-no. Always rear foot first. And then there's the other habit. People always going straight back instead of learning to work lateral motion. Bridging the gap, head first. Where are you going? Huh? You want to be one of our black belts, huh? You stay with this sucker, okay? Now, head first. We're all a little guilty of that, except you suckers at about 6'9". Okay, you stand back here and like, come and get me. You go head first. Sometimes that works, especially in the grappling context. But I want you learn how, if you're going to go head first, I want you to go in like Tyson. I want the head going side to side as you work in. Or let's get some pump motions down. We're going to play with that a little bit. Another mistake we make. Your target's too stationary. We went over that last night a little bit. I don't want you dancing when you're sparring. That's not what I mean when I say the target's too stationary. Maybe you're moving, but see the head's real stiff. Or maybe you move the head, but your position never moves. Or maybe you move the head, but your body never moves. You got to learn to move that body. Another mistake. Just food for thought, folks. Sometimes a person just can't get your combinations working. You get out there and you hit the mitts, you go pow, 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 pow. Hit the mitt, pow, 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 pow. You start sparring, it comes down to, I can throw one kick, can't follow up. I get one punch off, can't follow up. Why can't I get my combinations going? Okay, if you're fighting a good fighter, somebody big, somebody fast, you've got to have the combinations in behind you. Another mistake, poor trigger squeeze. Anybody not guilty of that? Okay. A little slow off the firing line. Telegraph that initial move. That book I did talk about what Bruce Lee taught me. I talk a lot in there about initial speed. Little drills in there teaching you how to explode off that firing line. That's one reason why I like having a karate base. I put karate down a little bit, you know. But karate does teach you to explode. I think karate fighters by nature have a better trigger squeeze than boxers. Boxers get too much into rhythm. They never specialize in trigger squeeze terminology. Getting hit too often with the same technique over and over and over again. Sit down and make out a list. If I got a guy with a good right hand, would I be afraid of a good right hand? Like, I'll be honest with you. This is the only punch I'm really a sucker for. A straight right hand just below my nipples. Everybody see where I'm hitting? I have a tendency to square my shoulders up a little bit. When a guy rushes me, I have a tendency to do that. And what happens if I'm here, my elbow's in the way, but as soon as I go back, my big lats pull my elbow out, and I get zapped there. I mean, it doesn't hurt. I feel it the next day, but it's aggravating. I remember when I was afraid of the right hand. Not that I'd get knocked out, you know. I was fortunate I never got knocked down, but I was always afraid of the right hand. Hard to get me a left hook. I'm real good with body punches. Yeah, I got a short trunk of my body, right? But how do you deal with the right hand? Go in the boxing gym, they're always showing you how to punch, but they'll show you how to deal with the incoming shot. Same thing in martial arts schools. So sit down and make out a list. What technique am I afraid of? See? Do I get hit with round kicks from this side? I get hit with round kicks from that side. Do I get hit with low kicks? I get hit with high kicks. Am I getting hit with punches on the outside? Am I getting hit with punches on the inside? See? You see very few uppercuts in karate schools. And one of the things we're going to work on here in a second is, because it's another mistake, people never body punch. Show me one of those K1 fighters, and they're supposed to be the best on the planet. I don't think technically they're best. I think they're the best kick ass just because they're usually in good shape and they're big suckers. Okay? But you don't see body punching. I want to work on that a little bit, emphasize that. Give me one more second here because I want to get you guys working out, not lecturing. You guys could read this in a book down the road. And my book that's coming out next month, if you don't buy a copy, don't come back to my conference, okay? You own a school? 10 copies, all right? It's always a big mouth in there, isn't it? All right. Fighter has a weak side. Now, sometimes you're fighting, guy pops you with a side kick right on the damn elbow. That goes my left hook. Oh, what am I going to do? Ever happen to anybody? Or you get you in a rib shot. Oh, I got 3 more rounds. I can't fight it. Oh, I can't quit either. You know. So, well, put the other side forward. See? Sometimes you're fighting the guy and you go, damn, I just can't get him with this shot. I'm going to confuse him a little bit. So you break his rhythm. You put this side forward. He knows you don't know how to fight this way. Your corner man's having a heart attack, and his corner man says, what's that idiot doing? See? I got you suckers spectating. You're not paying attention to the target now. You're thinking, huh, what's the idiot doing? See, I've already broken your rhythm because you're wondering, what the hell am I doing? See, everybody see that? I broke your rhythm. So, you don't want a weak side. I learned to spar from both sides. It's one reason is because I was working side kicks against my sparring partner. I came in and hit his elbow, John Kureb. So I went to the national championships in 1966, and I didn't want to compete. June Reed talked me into competing. I said, oh, I can't fight left side forward. I got a busted left heel. I got no side kick. So I fought right side forward and won the damn tournament. I had 1 point scored on me. That's because my Okinawan training had me fight both sides. You don't see many good switch hitters in baseball, and you're not going to see many good switch hitters in the fight game. So I'm not advocating being a switch hitter, guys, but you don't want a weak side either. Does that make sense, folks? So it's okay to learn how to throw a right hook from here. It's okay to learn how to throw a right jab. See? It's okay to learn a little hook kick from this side. And most of you guys with a karate background have kind of got both sides now, but I believe if you're a fighter, you got a fight coming up, get that one side down. Because if I'm fighting Charles here, and I spend 50% of my training this way, and the other 50% of my time training this way, see, he fought 100% of his time that way. I got a hole against 2 pieces. See, who's got the advantage? That make sense, guys? Okay. It's just like I throw 3 rounds of side kicks in my training. I'm going to fight Mark. And Mark does 6 rounds as a side kick, same leg. See, he's got the automatic advantage. All right? But you drink beer and I don't, so that levels the playing field. Here we go. Thought you weren't going to be on the tape, did you?